I am about to share something that very few have ever fully understood, and that's why they manifest effortlessly. You have watched hundreds or even thousands of videos on manifestation, and you fully understand that you need to enter the state of the wish fulfilled to manifest your desire. You know this because, in the past, you have entered this state unconsciously, and that helped you manifest some things you consider small. But now, even after manifesting those things, you struggle today because you don't exactly know how to enter the state of the wish fulfilled consciously. You try to understand it by hearing other people's success stories, where they tell you that they have affirmed 10,000 times, or visualized it every morning, or done some X, Y, Z technique, and you try to replicate them. But as soon as you start doing it, doubts arise in your mind. You wonder whether you are doing it correctly or not. You wonder if it will work, and in that doubt, you persist and delay your manifestation. But what if I told you there is a hidden doorway into the true art of manifestation that even Neville Goddard reserved for his most intimate moments? This is not about visualizing harder, scripting longer, or stacking endless affirmations. It is not about doing more. It is about realizing something so simple, so utterly transformative, that once you grasp it, your entire relationship with reality will begin to shift on its own. You will understand it not intellectually but embody it fully. You will know how to enter this state of the wish fulfilled at your will and not accidentally. If that's you, then lean in. Because what you are about to receive may very well be the last manifestation lesson you ever need. It's not a new technique. It's a remembrance of what has always been. In one of his lectures, Neville spoke not of action, not of mental effort, but of a sacred return. He said, "You must enter the state of the wish fulfilled not as a traveler visiting a foreign land, but as a man coming home." After reading this coming home analogy, something shifted within me. I finally understood what most people are doing wrong. Maybe you are one of them, and that's why you are here on YouTube, seeking one video after another in the hope of finding that one missing key. So, the point is that most people approach manifestation as a seeker, reaching, hoping, trying. But the very act of trying keeps the dream separate. They visualize their desires as if they were paintings hanging in a distant museum, beautiful, yet unreachable. They wait for signs, they search for confirmations, and in doing so, they remain visitors to their own promised land. The true secret is that there is no distance to travel. The state of the wish fulfilled is not a destination ahead of you, it is a place within you. The only journey is inward, and it happens the moment you stop striving and start being. Many people think that they have to get somewhere, like from point A to point B, and that it will take some time. But they forget that the entire universe is within them. They can reach anywhere at any time by just shifting their focus or attention. A layman listening to this might say that all of this is nonsensical. If I am in France right now and want to see kangaroos, I would have to travel to Australia, and that would take time. But, my friend, even right now, by sitting in your house, you can use a superpower that this instrument called your body and mind has, and that is imagination. You can sit here and imagine seeing a kangaroo. You can sit here and watch the Eiffel Tower. You can sit here and experience beautiful and harmless sea creatures under the sea. You can do all of it at this very moment. I know you will say that all of this is happening in your imagination, and it's not real. But this is where Neville Goddard's teaching changes everything. Neville mentions that everything you imagine is a possibility, and you can create that possibility into reality by focusing your attention on it. Who knows? If right now you imagine experiencing those beautiful, harmless sea creatures, and in the upcoming month your friend or family takes you scuba diving. When you see those sea creatures with your physical eyes, you will all of a sudden remember that you manifested it because you imagined it a few months back. Now, this is how manifestation works. Neville taught that you do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. If you are conscious of lack, then lack surrounds you. If you are conscious of love, then love appears. If you are conscious of success, success flows to you. It is that simple, and yet that profound. The senses will always report yesterday's beliefs. They are slow messengers, trailing behind the movements of consciousness. By the time you see something, it is already old. It is already the fossil of a previous state. Understanding this will make you realize that you are always shifting your state. You are always stepping into a state that is different from the previous one, and that's why you have different experiences. So, if you want to manifest an outcome that you desire, you have to remain in a particular state dominantly. Let's say you want a relationship. This means you have to enter a state of love and stay there dominantly. Let's say you want better financial conditions. Then you have to change the state of poverty and enter a state of wealth and remain there. But the main question that will now come to your mind is, how? How will you do it? What's the correct way to do it consciously? So, hear me out clearly. The trick is not to convince yourself that you are something you are not, but to remember who you have always been and who you've always been meant to be. You do this by first getting absolutely clear about what it is that you desire. There can be no ambiguity. You cannot sit in a state of wishy-washy thoughts, wondering if what you want is good enough or if you're asking for too much. So, the first step in entering the state of the wish fulfilled is to clearly define what you desire, to know it and feel it, as though it already exists. You are not visualizing a future event. You are not hoping for an outcome. You are remembering what is already yours. You do this by imagining. If it feels to you that you are losing your focus, or your mind keeps wandering, let's say right now you are imagining something, and you are reaching the state. But all of a sudden, your mind reminds you that you have a bill to pay, or you have to go somewhere tonight, or you have to do some X, Y, Z chore, and that keeps your mind wandering. Then you have to follow this advice that I discovered after countless attempts and many years of trying. Before you start imagining, just focus on one thing from your physical senses. Let's say you use a sense of hearing. You play some sound or music, but not any song with lyrics or something, just some pure sound, some frequency music or solfeggio frequency. I will share one if you have trouble finding it. You can check it at the end of the screen. Now, the point of hearing that music or sound is to bring your attention back from all the distractions, like work, people, society, house chores, and other things, and divert it to one single thing. You do this to enhance your focus. Your mind gets one direction, and eventually, it starts to relax. Your body starts to relax. As soon as you get that relaxation, you then close your eyes and imagine those outcomes as if you are remembering what is already yours. You are not visualizing a future event. You are not hoping for an outcome. You are just remembering the outcome you want is already yours. Just try this, and you will know the difference. You can tell me in the comments section. If you don't like hearing sounds or music, just focus your attention on breathing, inhale and exhale, and only put your attention on your breath. Now that you have done it and entered the state of the wish fulfilled by your conscious efforts, the next phase is to stay in that state. This is where many people struggle. They slip out of the state because they question whether they are doing it right or whether they are good enough to receive it. But here's the truth, there is no right or wrong way to enter the state. There is only your way. The only thing that matters is that you feel it and know it. You must become like the man or woman who already has it, not the one still searching for it. This is not about forcing anything. It's about resting in the truth that it is already yours. Find a quiet place, free from distractions, and close your eyes. Don't think about the future. Don't think about what needs to be done. Simply feel. Feel the satisfaction of having what you desire. Imagine it is already done, and feel the relief, the joy, the gratitude that comes with it. The feeling of the wish fulfilled is not an emotional outburst. It is a deep, peaceful knowing. It is the sensation of being complete, of already being what you desire. Hold that feeling and do not let go. In the beginning, it may feel like you're pretending. But that's the illusion. It's not pretending, it's remembering. As you remain in this state, the world begins to reorganize itself to match that vibration. The thoughts, people, events, and opportunities that align with your new state of being will naturally flow into your life. The most important thing to remember is that when you enter the state of the wish fulfilled, you are not trying to make it happen. You are not working towards a future event. You are living in the state of the wish fulfilled now, in the present moment. You are not waiting for something to manifest. You are living from the point of view that it is already done. When you embody this state, it is inevitable that your reality will shift, because your reality is a reflection of your inner state. You do not need to ask for signs. You do not need to wait for confirmation. You simply need to be loyal to the state of the wish fulfilled and allow everything else to fall into place. The key to doing this consciously is simple. Stop questioning yourself. You know you are in the state when you feel that inner peace, when there is no striving, no tension. The key is to remain in the knowing that it is already done. Your desire is already a part of your identity. And once you realize this, your life will change effortlessly. The question was never, how do I get what I want? The true question is, can I remember who I already am? Can you remain loyal to the unseen version of yourself, even when the senses scream otherwise? Can you stay faithful to the feeling of the wish fulfilled without demanding immediate confirmation? Because if you can, even for a few moments each day, reality itself will shift. Time will collapse. Circumstances will rearrange. Paths you never imagined will open. And what you once called miracles will become simply how life works for you. It was never about forcing life to change. It was about allowing yourself to change, not by becoming something else, but by becoming what you truly are. You do not become wealthy. You realize that wealth has always been within you. You do not become loved. You realize that love is your very nature. You do not become powerful. You remember that you are power itself in human form. Become the state of the wish fulfilled, and the world, like a faithful mirror, will reflect your new identity with breathtaking precision. So, let it sink in. The wish fulfilled is not out there. It's within you, already alive. When you claim it, when you step into it, the world can't help but respond. You don't need to wait. You don't need to ask. You are already the answer. Feel that truth and let it guide you. It's done. Now, just live as though it already is. Now, if this video helped you in any way or you got that aha moment, tell me in the comments and subscribe to my channel. Also, check every day by visiting my channel for more such videos as I post them on a regular basis. Also, I am sharing that sound frequency for you, which you can find by clicking on the first video that appears at the end of the screen. Happy manifesting!